Mysterious echo. Get out of my bed. Mysterious echo. You got me right. Mysterious echo. Why you always creeping around at night?
Good night, Cleveland.
Thank you. It's always great to play the sold-out photo mat here in Boise. You know what I'm saying, Bob? You know what I'm saying.
The one guy in the photo mat booth.
You know what I'm saying, Bob? Thanks. I appreciate you coming out. Are you done yet, man? Hey, what's happening, everybody? It's Ike from Flipside Music, and I am here as always with
Dylan?
As you can see, we have a wider shot.
Yes.
It's to accommodate some friends that are going to come and visit with us. Unfortunately, they are stuck in traffic. So, but they'll be here soon enough. So we got TDS from TDSFX, or Truck Driver Sean, as you may have seen him on the interwebs. And then we also have Royce from Deviant Guitars, who's coming in today to talk guitars and pedals.
Yes.
So this week's F.A.Q. will actually be.
Well, hopefully, as
FAQ.
soon as they get here, we'll have guests. It'll
Yeah,
be
one. Yeah.
F.A.Q.
Yes, it'll be much fackier once they are here. They've been stuck in traffic for hours. Or
Can you say that on the internet?
what, fackier?
Yeah, actually, they are
You
actually
can, why not?
easing up the swearing on YouTube. It's
Doesn't affect me. I've always sworn on you.
well, yeah, I know, but
I'm like, oh, well, it's,
you're like, I never really stopped, so it's not really been a problem.
it wasn't really a thing that slowed me down, but it doesn't mean I'm going to ramp it up either. So, for those of you that are worried about your kids watching,
Like, cover your ears.
right, the tens of people that might be worried about their kids, I'm sure anybody that watches this is,
Used to it by now.
yeah, they don't really care. They're not going to be that upset about it.
Yes. So yeah, I don't know what's gonna happen because we're pretty much gonna have to reorganize this whole board when they show up. So for now, we're just gonna chat and I guess possibly go over these PRS pedals until they get here.
Yeah, so we just got the new PR. Well, the pedals are already out from PRS. We just got our shipment in. So, the wildly popularly named pedals
Just the one specifically.
of Wind Through the Trees.
Well, yeah, the other ones just don't really make a whole lot of sense, but the other one's just objectionable on several fronts.
Yeah, Horse Meat and Mary Cries.
Well, and two, like
I don't.
I don't know. Well, went through the trees for a double flanger, and like Jacob just said, who the hell comes out swinging with a double
flange.
Yeah, it was just such an interesting way to start things.
Well, it's like I got a dual compressor.
Right.
Yeah, yeah.
For all those people that already understand compression and need to double it. so-
Right. Those of you that are gamblers are like, ooh, here's my double boost.
Yeah.
This one. Well, why don't you just make 11 louder? But this one goes
goes
to
to
12. This one goes to 12. Yeah, so I don't know. The wind cries, or no, shit.
Oh,
The wind through the trees
Oh, Gordo's
cries
watching.
Mary.
Cool. Hey, Gordo.
The wind through the trees, Mary cries. Cries Mary. That probably goes through the same.
Well, she's probably crying because of the name of the horse meat, but
Wow. I mean, it might have been a favorite. Maybe Mary's crying. Mary is crying because they killed her horse for a steak.
so it's like Western style. Like she was out on the plains, didn't quite make it to Nebraska or wherever, and had to kill her horse.
Tell the story,
The
Dale.
wind goes through the trees. The horse lays dead upon the grass. And Mary cries. Because her horse is now horse meat.
Mary's done crying 'cause she's got that horse meat sandwich, don't you know?
Boom, 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 boom.
Yeah, we drank too much coffee. Now you got songs. Now I'm playing shit in other keys. Oh, anyway.
It's just jazz.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah. Well, it was modulated shift.
Yeah.
That's what we were doing there.
Something very large just flew over for a brief second. I saw that was kind of interesting. Large bird.
And albatross.
Yeah, there you go.
Oh, I wish I knew that riff.
I think it was a pterodactyl, but.
I wish I knew the riff, the albatross riff.
Oh,
But
yeah.
I don't. So we'll just have to see if Mary cries albatross. Anyway, okay. So what were we talking about? Did we have it? Was there anything?
Any topics?
Any major guitar news topic things that are happening? Anything new released? I do know that Sterling has a low budget economic starter bass, single humbucker bass, Stingray that's coming out. We got some on the way. Super cool. So if they're anything like the other Sterling series stuff, that should be pretty solid for the price point. So that's the only thing I know. I don't think everything else I don't.
Yeah, I'm trying to think
I
of
don't know
like
about
anything else that's been announced or. Can't really think of anything lately. I mean, I think
No
we did the
new
silos last
releases.
week because that was the most recent release. Anything else? I don't think anything else really launched this week.
I
Yeah,
don't know either.
I don't recall right off. And honestly, the chat's even further away than normal, so.
So we certainly can't reach.
Yeah, so I was gonna say, I guess if you see a topic in there, let me
There were
know.
a few more like signature guitars and signature pedals that came out this week. So I think everyone's out of ideas. It's just,
Oh yeah, I'm actually sort of a pivot. I'm not really, obviously, I haven't fully jumped in on a Telly yet, but I have to say the Susan Tedeschi one is actually really cool looking.
When did we get that one?
I don't know if we got it in yet, but I know it's like,
We can't get it.
yeah, I was gonna say I didn't know if we could, but it looked pretty damn cool.
It looks super cool.
Yeah.
I just don't know how it plays.
Well, yeah.
But I know how this GNL plays.
Yes, and actually that one is phenomenal.
This is, I'm surprised this thing is still here.
Yeah.
Number one, it's super light and it plays like butter. And, we could negotiate the price.
Yeah, but even for
This is kind of one I would love to keep
I
this
mean, for a
myself.
USA guitar, that's still not a bad price. So. In this economy.
But my lettuce, what about my lettuce?
All right. Well, yeah. I guess we don't have anything else, we'll just go ahead and kill some time playing the pedals.
Yeah, so they're going to be here hopefully soon. Well, I just talked to them and they were close by, but that doesn't mean shit because, well,
Well, it
even
took me an
close
hour and a
by,
half to get in this morning, so.
even close by is sometimes not close enough. All right, now we get all hopped up on some more caffeine. All right, what are we gonna play first? What do you want to do? What's happening?
I guess we'll just go in order. I don't know that we can really do much with the compressor for you guys, so I mean, I guess we'll use it anyway, but we'll probably move on from that one pretty quick.
Yeah, let's start with that. We do that.
Just have a little bit of reverb from the Ghost Echo. I think that's the only thing on it.
Compressor.
Do you feel
Compressing.
Yeah. Do you feel
It's compressing.
compressed? Oh, there. Okay.
Oh,
So
yay! Yeah! Our esteemed guests are here. So, you guys wanna, you got pedals?
Pay pedal.
Pedal?
pedal,
We
okay.
have pedal.
I haven't
Okay,
gotten to pedals yet.
okay, so hand us that and we'll throw it in. Yeah, that's probably the best spot. Yeah, get rid of that one.
Yes, I know we've been told.
That's Ziggy, you know Ziggy, yeah?
Yeah.
All right, so let's show that to the camera.
sweet.
that was sounding pretty good.
Actually,
What?
That compressor.
Was it?
Yeah,
a little hard, but there we go.
Yeah, that's what we said. This compressor sounds great.
it really did.
Actually,
to be honest,
it
it
actually did sound
probably-
pretty good.
To be honest, it probably sounds better over the stream
It does sometimes.
because
yeah.
because you can probably hear it more.
That's what I was listening to.
You know what I mean?
Was the stream.
Yeah.
Like I turned you guys off and
Oh.
listened to the.
Oh, that happens all the
Well,
time.
thanks, Jake.
No, to the,
Really appreciate it. I'll remember that on Wednesday when I'm doing
to
payroll.
the delayed 8-second. Wait, what's that?
He's like, wait, payroll what? Alright, so I will slide
All right,
over
we're gonna
here on-
swing in.
Yeah.
We're gonna go to the outsides, and you
We're
guys
gonna
are
go to
gonna
the
take the
outside?
inside. Yeah. So,
It's gonna make me look fatter than I actually am.
nah, you're fine.
It's gonna make me look 400 instead of 399.
All right. You go there.
I go there.
Royce, you go on the other side because you guys get the comfy chairs. Plus, that way he can put the guitar.
He's trying to tell us we're
Neck.
old.
Yeah, you can poke me with it,
Well,
right?
that way he can put the guitar headstock in his face. See?
Perfect.
It's all fancy.
Look at.
Yeah.
This is
This'll
pretty
work.
good. Yeah. Nice on, man. Good to see you.
Yeah.
Again, good to see you as well. How about it? Nice to see you. How about it? Doctor,
We're not gonna
doctor,
forget you 'cause
doctor,
you're down
doctor, doctor,
We won't
doctor,
forget you down there.
Yeah.
doctor. All right, so, what? Oh, because
Just
I'm
much
right.
closer.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Sorry, folks. I'm right here.
It's the extra Ike edition.
Yeah, you're gonna. Yeah, I'll blow out speakers. Go in Italian volume mode, and that's it. We're done. So I'm here with Royce from Deviant Guitars.
Heathen Guitar Works now.
What's that?
Heathen Guitar Works.
Okay, so we'll come back.
Change
to
that in the
formerly known as Deviant Guitars.
The artist formerly known as.
Yeah, formerly we just got to get the symbol. We'll put that up after. We'll fix that in post. And then we have TDS, truck driver Sean. So if you guys may have seen him on the YouTubes and Facebook and all that kind of stuff, does a lot of pedal demos, guitars, amp demos and all that kind of stuff. So you just came out with a new
Yep.
new pedal.
Bart
So-
Pingree and I, we just started a company called TDSFX. I know it looks like TDSFX, but
Yeah.
it's a play on words, which happens oddly enough.
Okay, so we
Somebody
were
calls
right.
me TDS.
Oh, so it is
Yeah,
TDS.
so Jacob and
Yeah,
I
it's
were trying to
tedious.
figure out if it was tedious or not, like
Yeah.
play on the word tedious or not.
It
so,
is.
yeah.
It's TDSFX. And basically what we're doing is boutique level stuff and trying to keep the prices where people can afford them.
Nice. So
Not
so-
reinventing the wheel, but
So just so you know, the cleverness was lost on me because I thought it was TDSFX.
well, that's because
Well,
it's clever.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I was like, all right. So that cleverness was definitely lost on my dumb ass. Hi, Ziggy. Oh,
She's like, I'm getting all the attention right now. This is my show.
Ziggy's like, wait, there's more people here than normal. So as you guys can tell, you can see that right there. That's the pedal. And so do you want to let them know what the pedal's all about, and then if you want, we can plug it in, and then you could play, or you could tell us about the guitar company
We'll let him
formerly
go first.
known as, and then we'll go back and forth, and we'll just kind of go through, and you can do your
I'm here.
your
I'm here
chuggity
for the
chuggity chuggity
mouthpiece.
stuff.
The chuggity stuff. Dude, I'm the best country player you ever seen in your life.
Just because you
Alright.
play in the country doesn't mean you play
I
country.
play all over the country.
Right.
Oddly enough.
So truck driver Sean is not just a clever name. He is a truck driver. So he's all over the place. Comes through Denver a couple times a year, 2-3 times maybe.
Yeah.
He only
I do.
comes here maybe once every 2 years, but he's in Colorado more often. So
Yeah, my bad.
Not for nothing.
because I know he's going to your place, but you know who gets after? We do.
Traffic.
That's it.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm not getting paid to drive in this shit, but I had a chauffeur.
So you let him suffer through that. Which
He
is
gets to
brutal.
drive fat and lazy, not Miss Daisy.
We're 45 miles away, and it took us 2
Forever.
hours to get here.
It's brutal.
Well, that's pretty good because I'm only like 14 miles away. It took me an hour and a half this morning to get in. So you guys actually did pretty good.
If you live in Denver and your neighbor is going to the same block that you work on, take turns. Save gas. Don't be a dick.
Yeah.
Oh.
What?
Watch mouth type situation?
No.
Fuck no.
All right. I didn't think to ask.
Good to
No, we already went through this.
Yeah.
We already went through this like a few minutes earlier. We're just like, yeah. Well, because he was saying that
YouTube,
YouTube
yeah,
is
getting
like
a little more
loosening
lax with
up,
that
and I'm
part of
like,
it, so.
it doesn't affect me any because I swear anyway, so I don't give a shit.
Yeah.
I figure I'm not marketing myself to the 5-year-olds and 6-year-olds that have parents that don't make sure they don't go to places they shouldn't go. So
I figured The way I look at it is if we swear, then the kids will want to come here because we're cool. Like when I was, you know what I mean?
I don't know if it makes you cool,
Yeah, it does because we just it
but
does.
fuck will never not be cool.
Well, yeah. The thing is, when I was a kid, like our parents didn't want us to go to the House of Guitars because they're on drugs and they're all crazy, and we're like, that's why we're going there because it's a cool place and they don't give a shit, opposed to you guys with your alligators on your shirts and khaki
Fishes and-
pants
yeah.
and such. So that's where we went.
What's wrong with khakis?
Huh?
What's wrong with khakis?
No, you'll never catch me in a pair of khakis. If I'm dead, maybe, but I'll never wear a pair of khakis because I had to wear them for years as a corporate shill, and so I kind of
Yeah, that might actually be one of, like, other than not wearing sandals, that's the only dress requirement here is no khakis.
Yeah, you can't wear.
I know,
You
I wore my
can't wear.
flip-flops
Can't wear them
yesterday.
here.
What's that?
I wore my flip-flops
You're a
yesterday,
guest. You're a guest in here for a very short time.
I have sexy feet.
So we're making an exception. But if you're working a shift, it ain't gonna happen.
I wouldn't wear flip-flops to walk a floor all day. Hell, what happened? My New Balance Morphomes. I'm just gonna put that out there. If anybody's ever been to NAMM, you know what those shoes are if you're smart.
Yeah, no, I've made my mistakes at NAMM wearing the wrong shoes,
Shoes mean everything at NAMM.
dude. Especially, yeah, it's brutal.
It means more
brutal.
than your attitude, believe it or not. The
It
shoes
kinda-
are important.
Well, it kind of makes your attitude, really. But
It does, yeah. Because when your feet are throbbing and you're aggravated and
Yeah.
tired, you don't want to talk to any. I mean,
My
it's,
favorite part's when you see the skinny, in shape, jacked people walking around going, ah, my fat ass is like, what's up? Mophone.
yeah.
Shout
So
out to
what?
New Balance.
So New Balance, what?
Morphomes, they're awesome. It's like walking on pillows.
I might have to check them out. Get a set for the next NAMM show.
You'll
You
love them.
going this year?
Yep. I'm actually gonna be doing.
Doing an
Uh,
artist thing?
Yeah. We'll skip my pedal for a second, 'cause we're on to this now.
Okay. This
So,
is a very
it
ADD
all
show,
ties
so
into
it's
it.
fine.
It's very incestuous.
They know how this works. So
It's very incestuous. This is Royce. He's been building my guitars now for 2 years.
Yep, about that.
Yep. And the dude's crazy enough to let me, like, give him a napkin with a really shitty drawing of a guitar on it and actually made it.
It was cool. He actually called me on the phone. He told me he wanted a Telecaster, and then he sent me a picture of a Jazzmaster, and
Close
somehow
enough.
we became friends. I don't know. I don't get it.
I have that effect.
it happens.
As long as I don't meet your mom first, we're good. But so we're gonna go this year. He's been doing Deviant guitars, which is kind of magically turned into a custom shop.
Okay.
You order a Deviant, it's custom. You're picking everything.
Scale length, woods, color, pickups, hardware, everything custom. And when I started building, that was never really part of the goal. I kind of just envisioned building stuff and selling, just letting my creativity flow. But it just exploded, sort of out of control. I was happy to have the business. People were asking me to build them stuff, and it became that. And almost 4 years later now, it's kind of tiring.
So are you a one-man show or?
Yeah, one man just operating out of my garage, and I still have a full-time job.
Oh, geez,
working
man.
towards getting out of that, but I'm building upwards of 30 guitars a year now,
Nice.
and it's a huge accomplishment, huge pride. I've met great guys like Sean, and we've had some fun, but it's hard to keep up when you're doing part-time. And I kind of just wanted to hit the reset button and sort of go back to what the original plan was. And I had also, at the same time, started Heathen pickups, so all passive pickups, mostly high output stuff for the metal crowd. Started building a lot of those, and I decided to merge the two together into Heathen Guitar Works. So anything custom that I do, I'm still going to take some of that on. I'm just limiting the numbers a lot more. I want to focus more on production kind of models.
Cool.
So they will be Deviants by Heathen Guitar Works, so I technically still own both brands.
So so you got a website,
Yep.
right? So what's the website, so if anybody wants to go check that out?
So you can go to heathenguitars.com, heathenpickups.com, or heathengw.com. They all take you to the same place. So
Cool.
there's the production models. We're starting actually the first batch this week. Sean came out to help. We just finished cutting the body today, actually. So we'll be working on fretboards and necks, and hopefully he'll be road testing one by the end of the week.
By the end
I
of the
got a
week?
boo-boo.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
He got to do fretwork for the
I
first
did
time
man
ever.
shit. I got hurt.
He's like, I have something resembling a callus.
Right.
That's not a callus. It looks like my hand's got a vagina.
I mean, that would make it more convenient, wouldn't it?
I don't know. I don't look at my hands so much, but I do got a kung fu grip. You know what I mean? I didn't get to 50 for not being good at that. I'm part of the 50 club now too, by the way.
Ah, congratulations. Welcome
Yeah.
to the club.
He's a baby.
How old are you?
39.
Ah, shit.
I don't feel like a baby.
He's just a wee lad. That's why he can work full time and
Yeah.
build the guitars, because you know you can only do that for so long, and then you're
Yeah.
like, "F this, man. I need a nap." So, but that's good that you kind of merge both things together. So, what style of guitar do you kind of predominantly lean towards? Because I already know the answer, but I'm
This
trying
guy
to.
right here.
So is it all? Do you have a number of different body styles, or what do you?
Under
how is it?
Deviant, I had, 6 different models. They were all targeted towards the metal stuff. This is the Super Strat, it was called the Reaper.
Mm-hmm.
I let him name it. It was a linchpin. It's a slanted telly, kind of a forward-looking, futuristic telly, if you will. I've got one that's based on a Jackson Kelly that another guitar player kind of inspired. But he actually has a desire to start his own guitar company. So with the merge and everything, we're talking about it. I might be releasing the design over to him and let him go with it.
Oh, that's cool.
Sales have always been kind of down. I got a V and an X model kind of shape. So,
Nice.
but
Oh,
this
no,
is
but-
So
predominantly.
is that kind of the flagship?
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
the one, huh?
The Super Strat style. So for the Heathen production one, we changed a couple things on it. This one is a smaller body, so we increased the total diameter just a little bit, about 1/4 of an inch, based on a lot of the feedback and stuff that I got. But other than that, it's
Dylan's like, I gotta
No, I'm
watch
just
out.
kidding. I'm good. I was ready for that part.
Just make sure we got the safety kit nearby.
It's a helmet.
Yeah.
Yeah. So tell us about like
Sucks being
what's the body, the scale length, and what's your kind of standard?
so this one in particular, and doing stuff for production models, it's going to vary. My goal is to be doing 10 to 20 at a time and kind of pick the specs and run with it. So we've got 20 guitars lined up. They're going to be 6 and 7 string. I'm doing 12 of the 6 string and 8 of the 7 strings. They'll be available with the Hipshot EB style bridge or an Evertune. I've kind of gravitated. I've really fallen in love with the Evertune, and
They're an interesting setup.
yeah, they take a little bit to get used to.
Yeah,
I
it's the
hated it when
bending.
first got
I
it,
bend a
but
lot, so like the bending always kind of throws me off with
Yeah.
an Evertune.
You can really dial the setup in and,
Yeah.
and get that, but I think you still you lose a little bit of that fullness in the guys that are used to that, that are very trill heavy or doing tons and tons of bends. I've just learned to be more aggressive with it, and it's worked out great for me. But I also play a lot in drop B and even drop A, so they work out really well for that.
Cool. So what kind of, is there going to be a standard, like bodies are going to be made out of X wood and the tops are going to be,
I'm still kind of
Something's
figuring
kinda
some of that
specific.
out. This first run, they're all just older bodies. My goal is to make what I would call the player's guitar.
okay,
We've all had that, $200 to $500 guitar that
I still do.
you kind of learn on, right? Like there's nothing wrong with them. They're great.
I'm like, hey, wait a minute, those are all my guitars. Those are most of my guitars are pretty much those.
Dude, you got some pretty sweet CMG guitars.
Yeah.
I got, yeah. but
I'll never forget that one that you got like the day before I showed up.
Oh
still
yeah,
got
the,
it.
the
Years ago.
stand on that one is actually pretty incredible. Yeah, I kind of remember that one.
It's,
been a
such
while
a,
since
It's a killer guitar.
it's a killer guitar, and
just
man,
heavy.
that guy does not weigh his guitars before he decides to freaking
No.
paint them, does he?
I like that guitar a lot, but it is heavy, so it's not a taking it out to play anywhere guitar. It's a play it at home kind of thing.
Well, and
Screen
Or
I,
it's
sit
got
down.
one, or it's one set. Yeah, but if you could sit down for a while until your leg falls asleep. It's cutting off the circulation to your
not
heart.
bad.
I don't have that problem. My circulation is heavily defended.
What's that?
My circulation is heavily defended.
Layers, donkey, layers.
Yeah, something like that.
But
I
got
have a
my
leg
start-
inside a leg.
I got my start, buying those cheaper guitars and modifying them, where you're putting locking tuners on or upgrading the bridge, changing out the pickups, that kind of stuff. And I think everyone that's been playing guitar for a while has done something similar, right? And we want something that's not breaking the bank. There's all the fantastic boutique guitars out there. I mean,
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
kind of
yeah.
what this one is. It's pretty shiny. It's got a fancy paint job, you know, and it looks great. I'm really going for that sort of mid-level, right, where you have all those wonderful features of a really high-end boutique level build, but not breaking the bank, kind of like what he did with the pedals. You know, want to keep it under $2,000, which they're all handmade. You know, I'm paying full price for most of this stuff still. You know, I do have some vendors out there, but it's still expensive to build. I can buy stuff cheaper than I can build it. That's just the reality. And
Well, let's talk afterwards. Maybe we can help you with some,
Yeah.
some
Yeah,
of
because
that
I was
stuff.
actually
We
just
got
wondering
some
if you had
connections
hardware
here and there.
companies that you were working with yet or not, because
mainly Hipshot and Evertune. They've been really good to me. The other stuff,
it can be hard, yeah.
Well,
Until
we
you get
might-
to a certain level, it's hard to negotiate
Yeah.
some of that stuff.
We might be able to help you with the, I know a few people here and there.
Yeah.
So maybe if there's some spots that you need, we might be able to help you
Yeah.
with some stuff.
but we'll talk.
Yeah. So, on the standard one, is it gonna be, ebony fretboard, maple fretboard, rosewood?
I've really fallen in love with Richlight, which
Okay.
is a composite, but the biggest reason for it is you never have to deal with fret sprout. I mean, here in the high desert, right,
Yeah.
we know all about it.
Oh,
It's
yes,
a
we
very
do.
common thing, and that's, you know, all of these have blind fret slots in them, so they're all cut with a CNC.
Okay.
So you don't have to worry about the tangs on the outside edge of them.
That's pretty cool.
Nice.
They'll never poke out, but this also being Richlight as a composite, it's not subject to
It's
the
not gonna
moisture
do
and climate
the-
changes.
Yeah, it's not gonna do the
Yeah.
expand, contract.
So you're never gonna get that fretboard hanging over that's cutting your hand. I mean, they're just buttery smooth for life.
Nice.
You don't have to oil. It's maintenance free too. That's what I really love about it. So
It's like playing on glass.
yeah,
Like, I was a little sus on it at first, because I've been an ebony guy my whole time. But literally, after I played the first one that had the Richlight in it, was from the Reaper run, right?
yeah.
What did I tell you after I played that?
That you absolutely loved it, and that's all you ever want on your guitar.
Don't put regular wood fret,
Yeah.
don't put regular fretboards on anymore.
I mean, as a builder, as somebody that works with wood, I mean, that's half the fun of building guitars, is being able to pick out all these cool woods and put stuff together, you know, and do 5-piece necks and the crazy flame maple tops, and there's nothing better, in my opinion, than pale moon ebony fretboards. They have a beauty all to their own. And I mean, when I decided to make that switch, I was kind of hesitant too. And I had a couple people that ordered one, and they specifically requested it. And I was like, I mean, if that's what you want, that's what you want. And then I put it together, and I was like, no, this stuff's awesome.
Sometimes that's the way kind of things work. It's like, well, I was almost forced to do it this way, but now that I've done it,
And it's
it
not a
actually
cheaper
works out. It
alternative
looks
either.
really cool. Yeah, because
No,
I know
not
that,
really.
'cause I think Reverend might have done the Richlight for a little while when they were having the whole CITES things going on
Yeah.
with Rosewood. And I remember playing a couple guitars that had those kind of fretboards, and they were great.
Yeah.
And I'm like, this stuff is pretty cool. And then learning, you know, it's more of an engineered product.
Yeah.
But the stability and all that kind of stuff, like you said, maintenance free, you know,
Well,
besides
yeah,
cleaning
fair
the.
argument for here, for
Yeah,
sure.
we-
Yeah.
Because I mean, that's literally the biggest thing we have to deal with on a daily basis is fret
Fret
sprout with
sprout,
all of the
yeah.
guitars here.
Yeah.
So that would be nice if more companies would at least consider it. Because I've tried it before, and to me, it wasn't a huge jump from ebony. I mean, like if you're used
Yeah.
to harder woods already, it's not like a crazy, or even like gloss maple, like it kind of
Yeah,
has
being a
that,
maple guy,
Yeah.
like to me, it's kind of very similar.
that classy kind of
Yeah,
feel. Yeah.
that feel, and that's what I like. That's
Just
what
like
I
the
like.
old Fender fretboards, yeah, the ones that were shellacked or whatever you call
Yeah.
it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, the ones that are kind of, well, this
Yeah,
isn't it, but.
But yeah, more of the full
More
lacquer
like that
ones.
one.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, because that's mine too, but, yeah. So.
But I
yeah,
just
it's
prefer it. To
comfortable
me, I'm not a very good guitar player. I bounce around and tinker, but it makes it easier to get from point A to point B because there's no drag. It
Right.
literally, it's like playing on glass. And anytime you can make your playing better by adding something to a guitar, you're not adding the wrong thing. It's like locking tuners. Who the hell, besides freaking people trying to make Fenders, don't use locking tuners?
Well, there's a lot of people.
They
The thing,
shouldn't.
I think, I agree. I like locking tuners. I just think it becomes an efficiency thing and it becomes it's a cost thing too, you know, with some companies. And I'm not defending the companies, I'm just saying, looking at it objectively, like I like locking tuners on my guitars, they're easier.
Yeah.
And I think especially if you're somebody that plays out, that makes a big deal because then switching strings is easier. you know,
Well,
guys that
tuning
are,
stability, I think, like, because I mean, to me, like, I'd rather deal with locking tuners than a Floyd.
oh, me
Like,
too, absolutely.
If I have a, the option.
I'd rather deal with my ex-wife than a Floyd.
Yeah, see?
There you have it. That says a lot right there.
It does. She's not awesome.
So where are we? So what do we want to do next? Do we want to try these things out? Do we want to tell any more about the guitar, build process or any of that kind of stuff? Or because I don't know. Let's see where we are. Oh shit, it's already 4:45.
Is it?
All right,
Well,
yeah. So if you want to talk about a little bit more on the guitars, then if you want to do the pedal, and then everybody can hear that stuff, and then we can tell where everybody to get their guitars and their pedals.
So, I mean, big thing on the guitars, I only use, the premium stuff that I've personally tested. I've ordered parts before, had them fail. That's a whole other nightmare story. So
That's part of the process.
I
Yeah.
use vendors that I trust, products that I trust, my name's on it. I don't want you getting something with a crappy Spurzl tuner or something that has teeth stripped out on it. I've been working with Hipshot exclusively for 3 years now. They've
They
never
make-
let me down. Every single one that I pull out of the box has always been solid. So locking tuners are standard on everything, whether it's got a Floyd or not. Mostly because I'm lazy and I hate winding strings. I just
get
love
it.
locking tuners. Most everything comes with a Graphtec tusk nut. This one in particular is captured. The new models, they won't be. Stainless steel frets on everything, so jumbo stainless. And
Nice.
this one's got a Hipshot bridge on it. I only use premium pots, switches. I really like these two, the Dunlop flush mount strap locks. I
Oh,
like this.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
So you don't have the annoying buttons that stick up.
Mhm.
Those are an add-on at this point, but pretty much everybody requests them because they're just great. And then, yeah, I make my own pickups. I've got 5 different models of those too to choose from. So when you order a guitar, you can pick any of those. That's included in the price if you want bare knuckles, if you want Seymour Duncans, anything like that. We'll definitely get them, but I pay full retail for those, so I kind of.
We might be able to help you with some of
Yeah.
that stuff.
It's pretty rare. I mean, I've really been trying to push the pickup stuff. I enjoy making them. And it
Yeah, I think
encourages
you're-
me.
Well, that's pretty cool.
If you have
I mean,
your
that's a
own,
little
it kinda
unique,
works
too, like
with it.
somebody's getting something actually made by you all the way, not just part of the way.
Yep.
Yeah.
And this guy actually encouraged me. The other guitar that I brought has the Jotnar that he wouldn't leave me alone to say, hey, build this pickup with this crazy Alnico 9 magnet that's impossible to find. And I finally found some and we wound it, and I think we just created something that nobody else has.
Oh, very cool.
It's a very, very unique sounding pickup that is also very diverse. It can do anything
Mhm.
really well. So
I like the idea of, like, if you're winding your own pickups. I love it when I see, guitar builders use their own, if they wind their own. There's nothing wrong with using other folks, because I think good collaborations are essential.
Yeah.
With guitar builders, because they can really pair up their instrument with a company that can really, make their design shine, depending on what it is.
Right.
I always find it interesting though when dudes are making their own guitars, but also make their own pickups, because then you're making it work to going, hey, I made this to do, this thing spits fucking fire.
Yeah.
That's what I made it for. Or, hey, this thing is completely built for, R&B or blues or something that's not driven or something like that. I think it always kind of works
Yep.
pretty interesting with builders that make their own stuff.
Yeah.
It's kind of like, you look at Fender, and Fender made their own, they were winding their own stuff.
Yeah.
So,
Gibson did that too, and I mean,
Yeah.
that was just it. Is I wanted more control over what I was delivering.
Yeah.
Especially on something like a custom order. I mean, there's nothing worse than somebody picking a set of pickups that they think they're gonna like, and they end up hating, and
Yeah.
they're like, yeah, well, you bought them,
yeah, they put in something,
Yeah.
it's like you got this screaming, it's like getting a race car, and then you're like, hey, I got this little 6-cylinder motor I picked up at a deal from a guy, and I think it'll work. And you go, yeah, this thing is built for not that.
Yeah.
So,
And I mean, the benefit of making them in-house too is, right, you buy a guitar, you pick the set of pickups between the models that I have. Let's say you don't like them, we'll send them back. Let's try something different, You send them back to me,
Well,
I'll send
yeah,
you
that's
something
pretty-
else
that's
that I
pretty
think you will like.
see, and that's an interesting, that's cool that you can do that.
Yeah, that's an option you wouldn't have with, most builders.
Most
Really,
builders, yeah, tell you to,
Something else that's
piss
really
off,
cool,
you know?
as somebody who plays his stuff by, and I did complain about pickups because I'm an asshole. But when he gets feedback, like with the Draugr, which my first experience, like using it was last night, first time recording with it today, it's completely different. And he took the feedback that he was getting from people like, let's doing a little too much of this, not enough of this, and he went to work at it, and now he's fine-tuned that into a, in my opinion, superior pickup. He took the feedback and actually worked with it. It wasn't like, my way's the right way.
Yeah, he didn't take it personally. He actually
Yeah.
used it to make something. Yeah, that's. I mean, that's
It's a good way to.
good attitude to go into it
Yeah.
with. So.
I love the feedback. That's been the best part about being a small builder is, talking to your customers, getting to know them and seeing what they like, what works, and hearing their actual, real opinion on it. Because a lot of people, they don't voice that. They don't want to hurt your feelings. They don't want to be an a-hole. But you get to
Right.
know somebody, and they're like, yeah, well,
Well, you found the right guy.
I'm a dick.
He's a real asshole. Yo.
I'm not an asshole, I'm the whole ass. I come stinky cheeks and all.
But it's definitely good when your customers are giving you your feedback.
Yeah.
Because if you do listen, like when we were, it was just me and Dylan in the beginning with this stuff, customers would mention certain brands or certain things or certain things that we would do. And we go, all right, let's take that into consideration and let's do more of that, or let's look into this brand. So it's always good when, you have a company that actually listens instead of like, hey, we're just going to put this out there and you
hope,
need
yeah.
to eat it,
Right,
you
yeah.
know, so. But you want to try this thing? Want to fire this thing up?
yeah,
Just fire it up. Let's fire it
I
up.
know how it works.
Cable's right there, just down by your feet, and then
Near
somebody
this
will have to hit
open,
the
near this
tuner.
open-toed fucking sandal shit.
Got
Gross.
sexy feet. Your mom likes my feet.
Well, this is when you're a guest. So if you imagine if you weren't a guest,
Yeah. You weren't a guest. You weren't a guest. You'd be in the parking lot.
All right, which one of you guys is gonna? Oh, wait a minute, I came with.
Want one of these? Star pick for
Oh.
stars.
you can have a TDS pick.
I got a Petrucci maybe.
No, I got my own pick.
Oh, it's fancy pants.
Yeah.
Not all the driving.
It crashes.
All right, we ready to do the thing?
Make sure we don't blow everything up in here.
Nah, it'll be fine.
I appreciate that.
You have a gain channel, don't you? I come from the land of gain.
I know. We're plugging it through the D20.
that one's I was gonna say that one's pretty dry.
Do you need an amp that has more in the front?
Oh, I can.
I'll just say, yeah,
pedal's
just
Turn that up. Let's see what it
the
does.
gain.
Just down a little bit.
How about that? Go ahead.
That's a
Yeah,
lot
it
of reverb.
I feel like a lot of. We can take a lot of verb out of there. Good.
That's through a clean channel.
Yeah.
Believe it or
That's
not,
still
if you
got a
put
lot
it
of
through
gain.
a distorted amp, it sounds really
See,
good.
it sounds even more. So what is it? What amp do you normally? So when you were designing this, what flavor of amplifier were you kind of envisioning it to be pushed into?
Not a clean amp. So basically, it's supposed to be very versatile, and it is very versatile. So essentially, what this pedal is you have a BB preamp
Okay.
and a modded 808 slapped right into one another.
Okay.
So this has all been Daxel. So you go here and here, you're doing nothing. You're using just your amp's EQ.
Okay. So straight up.
Pretty neutral.
Straight up is neutral.
Okay.
So you can cut, you can boost. the volume, you go from basically the clean boost of a preamp, a BD preamp. And as you get up into like here, you start to go into the territory of the 808.
Okay.
But you're still having a little bit of the preamp, the BB in there. So you start at one, you go to the other. It's kind of like a mix. They work together. And the gain is just, well,
Just gain.
if you're going through a gain amp, it's stupid. Like if I crank the volume on that all the way with the gain, she's chonky.
So do we have another drive that we can push that into another drive?
Yeah, I mean, the ecstasy or I mean, we have the horse meat on there, but
But that's the horse meat's untested, so we have no idea what to do. So let's see if we can push that into another one.
did we lose the power for this
Oh,
one?
I turned the pedal off. It was
No,
on.
that's okay.
No, he's looking for the,
Yeah, I think we're
for
missing
the
power for
Bugner.
one.
Yeah, that one's,
How many guitar players does it take to plug in a guitar pedal?
at least
All
four.
of them.
At least
Not gonna be
4.
long enough, so we'll just ditch that one.
Goodbye, wind through the trees. It's been nice. Sorry, Paul.
Actually, shit, that's not long enough either, is it? Alright.
Cock-a-poopy.
Well, I figured we'd be reorganizing what we got going.
If we would have showed up on time.
He's a truck driver on the road. Guitar and
Dylan's a little too short for the job.
That's it. I gotta work on it. I gotta work on the bridge. So maybe the pre-chorus. I don't know.
Alright.
It's like mass, quick surgery. This is like a mash unit. All of it, probably.
No, that's good right there.
Just gotta watch the volume so we're at clipping.
It chugs.
Morgan!
Gotta play something happy sounding.
Yeah, that's it. Well, I was.
That is that.
Sounds good. What do you guys think? Let's see what.
That's a lot of gain.
That's a lot of gain.
That's what we call stupid gain. So I usually put the settings like here and here,
But after, yeah.
here, and here.
All right, let's see what that looks like. Nice. So
Reverb.
when's your next album coming out?
My next album? I don't do music.
Come on, man. Come on, man. We need something from the TDS on Spotify or something.
I don't know. I like making the little ditties for my videos and stuff. That's all I care about doing. I'm 50. No one wants me in a band.
Yeah, come on, dude. Yeah, they
Like,
do.
you know,
I'm sure there's somebody out there that wants to buy it.
I'm in prostate exam age. They don't want me in their band.
Listen, there's a bunch of prostate.
Get a group
bands.
rate.
That's the thing. We start a band called Prostate. You know, do all the font
Prostate foul.
and just Prostate 5. Why not throw a number in? Who cares, right? 50 Prostate 5. Boom.
First song, 2 knuckles deep.
Colonoscopy.
2 knuckles deep or shit wrist. I don't know which one would be the first, but
I'm telling you, you could write the colonoscopy song.
Yeah.
Colonoscopy.
thing is you gotta find that brown note. It's like,
Yeah, see?
I have a fart pedal, so I could definitely make it juicy. It's a real thing.
Should have
believe it or
brought
not.
that. Yeah, I know. I've seen it. I've seen the fart pedal.
you
We've
ever-
actually had people call us about that and ask it.
Every week. People
Yeah,
ask
if
about
we
that
have
stuff.
one. What's the other one? Oh, F.A.Q is another one that people
Yeah.
ask us a lot.
Really?
Hey, you guys ever
that
get one? We're
pedal's
like,
horrible.
nobody, I get it, but I don't think anybody's really, we never see it. So anybody that has one is definitely not getting rid of it. Even though it's what it is, nobody's getting rid of those.
The fart pedal's awesome though. It's a one-trick pony. Like you're never gonna use it in a serious situation. Never.
Well, I kind of figured by the name and the effect that it
But-
wasn't going to be a thing.
When you want to make in front of those guys who think breakdowns is everything in metal, that pedal shines. They get ready for the breakdown, and you're doing the brown
You're
down.
like,
Put it on the extra juicy setting. You just
they need
let
to
it
make
grow up, just let
they
it
need
go.
to make a 4D fart pedal. So that way you step on it and you get
No.
just up, so you get air and smell through, and then you can really do stink face, like the true stink face.
Yeah, I mean, have it act like a real human being though. Sometimes they just don't stink, and it's depressing because it sounds so disgusting, and you're like, oh, it didn't even stink. So everybody's looking at me like I'm a dickhead for farting, but they're not getting the prize.
I didn't get what I paid for. And you're like, I'm a truck driver. I eat at truck stops. So I'm just wondering, how can that be possible? I guess that's a question for Mr. Wizard.
That's almost 5.
Is it? Fuck, that went fast. Oh, we're 1 minute to 5. So that's it. We got an hour. Good. You guys got anything last minute to say? Where
Buy
can
a
everybody
pedal.
find you? Where can anybody find you? And
Well,
the
actually,
pedal?
the pedal, because that was the harder one to track.
Yeah, because we couldn't really.
Oh, that's because we use a big cartel. We don't have like a distributor or anything yet because
Distribution through Ecuador or something. Yeah.
Yeah.
distribution through Mexico. I don't
Through
give a shit.
Mexico and selling
But,
it in celery bags or
We're
whatever.
using big cartel, so it's TDSFX pedals / bigcartel./. It takes you directly to our store. It's wordy,
Yeah.
but
So
unfortunately,
search TDSFX.
yep, pedals.
Don't search TDF.
Yeah, we found out the hard way.
effects.
Or even just TDS, because that will come up.
That's
with
gonna come up with a whole-
gastrointestinal disease.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I don't know if you guys,
That's pretty accurate.
what was it called? It's something.
Total dissolved solids.
Yeah, that's what. So
yeah.
if you search TDS,
Well,
that's what
dissolved
you're going
and
to get.
solids don't really.
No,
work
but
together.
it's worse than you think. It's
Yeah,
when
it's-
it's when the
Is that like when that lady got on the internet and wanted to make her daughter Blue's Clues pancakes and put in blue waffles and had the worst day of her life?
Oh, geez, yeah. No, the TDS is more of the IBS category, so don't look for that. TDS effects, check that out. So you guys have a website though, at least, or a shopping cart,
We have a Facebook page. If you need anything,
Go to there.
contact us through that.
which is
TDSFX pedals.
there you go.
Pretty simple.
And then for guitars, where should everybody go? What's the
Heathen
website?
Guitar Works.
What's that?
Heathen Guitar Works.
Heathen Guitar Works.
So you can go to heathenguitars.com, heathenpickups.com, or heathengw.com, and Instagram and Facebook, same thing.
Sounds good. So everybody go check them out. We appreciate everybody hanging out with us today, and I think that's going to be it, right? We got anything else?
Sorry, it's all it
Nah, it's all-
Traffic.
it's Denver.
Don't even worry about it. This is loosey goosey. That's how we do it.
Guitar Prime Time.
Oh yeah, it's all part of Guitar Prime Time. Go check out our friends over at Texas Toast Guitars. They're on next, and then go check out Dylan Talks Tone, and he will be talking tone with you. And so for all of us, we will see you guys on the flip side. chug 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 chug.